My name is Rodney Obien. I'm head of special collections and archives at Keene State College. I'm also an associate professor in our master's program in history and archives. History and archives program, I guess it's been around for about 5 years. The focus is to provide a guided study into historical methodologies and archival practices for those who are particularly interested in going into the archive field, museum field, or public history field. Archivists, they not only save history, they also make history. And so what the archivist decides to save, preserve, is what future researchers, future students have to use as the basis of history. And when I had this opportunity recently to teach our current class, the History 652 Archival Methods, I said, wouldn't it be great to do the class here at the Historical Society and use it as a learning lab? So not only talking about, in my class, talking about sort of theory of archival principles, but to give them opportunities to, I guess, practice or put those theories into practice.
I'm Hunter Sanborn, one of the graduate students in the History and Archives Master's Program.
I'm Leopold Fleming.
I'm Sam Moore.
I'm Gabrielle Costa.
We're 652. We're the historical practicum of the archive program, and what we do is technically it's hands-on, real technical skills of the field rather than theory in just straight reading.
And so we're here actually learning what the profession of archiving looks like, the background knowledge that you need for the hands-on skills.
It's such a nice change of pace of things, because in a lot of other classes, it just feels like professors are just talking at you, and you don't really feel like you're getting all the experience that will be of use to you. But with this class, you're getting hands-on experience, learning things that are going to be useful in the field.
Getting actual, real-world experience, and it's in a lot of ways kind of more rewarding, I would say, especially since this is resume building stuff. This is career building stuff, and this is stuff that will kind of help us get our foot in the door in a lot of ways too, build that foundation that we need to go out into the wide world of archiving.
Being here, what's really important in comparison to being, say, in our classroom at Keene State, is you are getting that hands-on feel for the work that you don't get in normal classroom setting, and it feels like you're making real progress with your work.
So we are working, for example, now on the papers of Dayton Duncan, who many know as works with Ken Burns and Florentine Films, and so having the access to these papers and having them have the opportunity to work on them has been a bit of a boon for us.
And what makes it so nice is that we're also contributing to a institution within our school's community, and we're additionally helping them out tremendously, because establishing this collection on this figure who's very, very important to the Cheshire community, having worked with Ken Burns and all that, it's kind of a nice feeling in a way to put ourselves out there and actually do some good for people that really need it.
And particularly doing historical documentaries with Ken Burns, I accumulated lots of things, and I thought that those items might be of interest to somebody who's interested in the process that I, as an author and scriptwriter and film producer, used, and to try to keep not everything, but a number of things that would help illuminate, how I went about what I did.
Getting to come over here and work with an actual collection from an actual donor that will be actually published and put out into the world for researchers to make use of is just a very big gap away from reading about it in the abstract. You can read about it, you can learn the processes and the tools that you would normally follow, but until you actually see it happen and see a project all the way to the end, there's going to be a gap between your tactile understanding and your abstract understanding. And the setup of this class allows you to close that gap.
Having the Historical Society just across the street from the college is fantastic. Oftentimes, we have to travel far to get a similar experience, and for our students. And so just being able to walk across from campus, come here, go to the library, and work with the archives, and see the wonderful exhibitions that are here. And programming has been a plus for our students. And I'm hoping our program, the Masters in History and Archives, can do more with the Historical Society and develop a deeper relation. And I do really like this idea of making or creating the space here for the students to use the Historical Society as a learning lab.